Get started. Hey everyone, this is Coach Joe Petri with our weekly Team Vision Heat Call. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you like my Don John hat. I am just totally styling tonight because that's how I roll. I'm thinking I'm still at the lake with my buddy Brian there, but I'm not. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. We do these team calls every single week, Thursday night. It's to help, share recognitions, share what's new, share what's happening with the team, connect, come together once a week, face to face, and really just grow and build together. The coaches who consistently plug into these calls week after week are the coaches who you consistently see in our recognition board, in our PV board, in our PV club, coaches who are making success club. Because these are coaches who are driving their business forward. So real quick, if you're a first-time caller, if you've been on here before, hey Brady, you're taking the steps in the right direction for growing your business. You are plugging in, you are learning, you are growing. So with that being said, we start off every call with recognition. We want to make sure that we are recognizing coaches' successes as well as some missteps along the way. And so the first thing that we recognize is what's called the PV Club. Now, PV stands for personal volume. Personal volume comes from two different sources. It comes from your own personal orders that you buy for own personal use, programs, supplements, Shakeology, stuff like that. All that has volume associated with it. All that goes towards your personal volume. And then personal volume also is anything that you retail, like a challenge pack or just straight up Shakeology HD. Again, if you go into your Coach Online, not your Coach Online office, if you log into Team Beachbody and you go to the shopping cart and you'll see what it says, you'll see your volume. It'll say personal volume next to it. So that's what I'm talking about. So like not everything is like dollar for dollar, point for point. Like Shakeology is $97, but it's going to give you 90 personal volume points. And so personal volume, not to get too in depth with this, but it goes towards your active status as a Team Beachbody coach. It goes towards your rank, right? Because you want your coaches to be active, and active is just, they're being a product of that product, one of those three vital behaviors. So we want to recognize coaches who are not just purchasing product themselves, but also retailing products on a consistent basis. And we do that through recognizing with the PV Club. And so I want to just give a quick shout outs to every one of our coaches who has made it into the PV Club for this week. So congratulations, Carlos DeBarro. So we have the 250 and the 500 PV Club. Carlos DeBarro, shout out to him. Joe Policino, Brian Smith, congratulations, Brian. Tara Rychek, Terry Bachlet, all in the 500 Club. And again, I'm recognizing coaches that stand out to me inside of our direct team vision organization, coaches that I know, coaches who've connected with me, who are pretty consistent with participating in our team group. And again, if I miss anyone, please, we're going to have it open to make sure that you give shout outs to your teammates. And then those coaches in the 250 Club, we got Amy Reelman, Genevieve Lee, Pat Reelman twice as first and second center, Kate DeBarros, Regina Spinaccio, Andrew Wallace, Casey Beard, great job, buddy, Chris Bachlet, Shelly Frank, awesome, Aaron Smith, great job, Dave McDonald, and Mark Martinez are all the names that I currently know and recognize. So congratulations to all you coaches who made it into the PV Club. Now, this is the time where we want to open up the call for recognition for any of our coaches. If you are a new coach, we want to recognize you. If you've sponsored a new coach, make sure you give that, yourself a shout out for sponsoring a new coach, and then let us know who your new coach is. If you've rank advanced this week, Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, Star Diamond, make sure we're giving shout outs to those coaches who are rank advancing. Or if, you made your first sale, someone bought something from you, you sold your first challenge pack, or you hit Success Club already, we want to make sure that you are recognized. So, unmute yourself. I will call on you. You go ahead, toot your own horn. You toot your own coach's horn, and we'll go around the board and make sure we give recognition where recognition is due. So starting with Heather.
I just signed a new coach last week, and she's already she hasn't done anything particular yet, but she's loving Coach Basics, and she has done everything that you've asked her to do so far, Joey. So I know she's been messaging me every day, and she's looking forward to getting started. She's really excited about motivating people and to where she is. So, and her name's Connie McGraw.
Awesome. So Connie's the one who wanted to try to watch the recording of the business opportunity last night. Do you know if she was able to watch that?
I don't know. I haven't contacted her yet tonight. I'll message her tonight or tomorrow morning and see.
Perfect. And if you are in our Coach Basics and you've been in our past Coach Basics, I've kind of gone back to a more simpler form of Coach Basics, because my goal for our coaches to enter Coach Basic is to really get a clear understanding of how to earn money, how to make Success Club, and how to build in their challenge packs, and get into Success Club. So that's really where this first week is going. The second week is really going to talk about the inviting process, connecting through social media, connecting and face-to-face. And then the third week is just really tying it all together and helping people to commit to doing that month in and month out. So it's really nice to hear that feedback, that she's taking a lot of value away from Coach Basics so far. Great to hear. Anyone else?
I will give Brianna Cooper a shout out again, because she's still just doing amazing. She was at 8 last I checked. I'm not sure. I haven't checked today. And also I signed a new coach yesterday, the day before. Her name is also Brianna, so that's going to get confusing for me.
Brianna 1, Brianna 2, that's what I had to do.
Shout out to 2 Briannas.
Awesome. Congratulations to you for sponsorship. Welcome to the new Brianna, and congratulations on the existing Brianna, Brianna 1, Brianna Prime. I just had a Transformer theme play through my head for that brief second. I'm such a nerd. But congratulations and welcome to our team. Outstanding. Anyone else? Shout outs? Want to welcome Jason Peterson back to the land of our weekly team calls. We missed you, bud. I'm glad to see you back. But all right, so let's kind of get into tonight's topic. I really didn't.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Jason.
What's up, Mr. Olson?
Good. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Heather. She just led a Shakeology sneak peek over the last 2 days. Did a great job with that, so recognition for that.
Awesome. Great job, Heather. Heather, at the end, because we'll have to get together and maybe plan a team call about, what your Shakeology sneak peek was, the feedback, why you took the initiative to create that, and how it's working out for you, too. Because I think that is really cool and unique and different, because I know a lot of people have questions about Shakeology, and it kind of gets lumped into that slim fast or just protein shake category, and it's really in a category all its own. So that's really cool that you did that. So yeah, we'll definitely have to table that, and maybe next week or the following week talk a little bit more about that and see what we can, if we can share that with the team and how you do that. It's very cool. So for tonight's call, my topic that I kind of came up with, I really didn't have anything super structured for tonight, so don't expect a long call. But if you are aware, last night I launched our Team Vision very first coach business opportunity webinar meeting, virtual meeting. It's actually still up online right now. You can go and just click on the Google Hangout link, and it'll take you there live. I want to give huge shout-outs and thank you to Jason Peterson, to Laura, and to Wendy Harmon for really helping me work through a lot of technology, making sure I understood how Google Hangouts worked and how to schedule and what I could and what I couldn't do. It was a really huge help to having you guys on there last night and the night before, working with me to kind of just get everything smooth worked out. Because and then the cool thing about, just so you guys don't know, the reason why I chose Google Hangouts as a way to share the coach opportunity with others virtually online is because it's free. It free duplicates in this organization and this team when it comes to sharing the message. And it's similar to Zoom, where we're going to be able to you can screen share and do stuff. But it's live and it's available to everyone. So it's great for social media and promotion, that kind of a thing. But my goal and my vision for these business opportunity webinars is to obviously get prospects, get challengers, get more eyes taking a look at what coaching is, what it's about, and how you can turn this into a residual business. But it's also something that I really want to do so I can start training and teaching our coaches and empowering them so they can start running their own. And I know that's scary when you hear that, but what I want to do is start having co-hosts on with me and sharing responsibilities, sharing slides. And I encourage you, even if you have no prospects on, I encourage you to make the business opportunity webinar something regular on your calendar that you plug into and listen to and you watch. Because back in the day, I'm talking like 3-4 years ago, Tracy Morrow and myself used to lead these every Monday night. And I got good at talking about the webinar and about Beachbody just to people in passing because of these webinars, because I was leading them, but also I was also listening to what Tracy said. So hearing it and then starting to do it with me and then getting comfortable to where you are starting to do it for your own team in a setting that's not going to break the bank, and using the same format that I'm going to create a training this week so we have access to it. So you see how simple it is to use. But I'm really excited about that. So make sure you have put it on your calendar. It's going to be the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of every month. We're going to work. The one thing that I forgot to mention, it was my very first call, but I forgot to promote the upcoming sneak peek. But I really want to start tying in and collaborating everything into one seamless. Hey, you're going through a 21-day fixed group. You're great. Let's get you on this webinar. I think, have you ever considered being a coach? There's more information. It's just more in-depth information from going to, intro to team Beachbody video to a more detailed, what about the company, how to earn, how to rank advance, how to really build this business to even more information if required with a sneak peek. Because personally, for me, if I was signing up as a coach today, a sneak peek would be, depending on your schedule. Sneak peeks, I think, are great if you're really busy and you can't sit down and find that half-hour time. Again, I just think it's another tool in our tool belt. And so, based on what was shared last night, I did realize there's a couple of gaps, if you will, in the presentation, and there's a couple of holes I want, not big ones, but just a few things that I plan on filling. I'm actually going to email Beachbody and let them know that I'm using the corporate presentation, because I personally don't think a lot of coaches use the corporate presentation. They either they design their own or they try to brand it. But I like corporates. I think, again, when it comes to duplication, it keeps things simple. But there's just a couple things that I noted that I want to add a little bit more detail to. And the first one is I really want to I have one more slide that really talks about how to earn as a Beachbody coach, the different ways of earning. That was one slide that Tracy and I used to have in our old presentation, like the 25% commission, but also different streams, what you earn from, club memberships, and it gets tough with the bonuses, but I do want to let people know, really specific. I felt like the slide that I hit on might have missed that point. And then maybe talking a little bit more about the 25% commission on, not the 25% commission, the 25% discount on Shakeology, and making sure that customers and coaches, prospect coaches, understand that when you're ordering Shakeology as a coach, it's not a true 25% commission. You know what I mean? It's almost a wash when you add in taxes and all that kind of stuff. So really just making sure that's clear and letting people know. And if you're not ready to become a coach, if you're not a Beachbody junkie and you're not really ready to build something, maybe remaining a customer and staying on Shakeology Home Direct is a better option for you than becoming a coach. Just again, because I feel like in our feedback that we've gotten from coaches with sponsoring coaches or even just coaches with auto ship, they don't really fully understand what they're going to be paying every single month, and having a slide to really breaking that down, I think, would be helpful. And then the last thing I'm going to add, and the thing that I want to talk to you, Shelly, about, and Sarah about, this relates to our sneak peek. I talked to Brian and Aaron about this. We were having a little fireside chat over the weekend, and this is where I kind of came up with this idea. The 3 different levels of what a coach is, right? I just want to tweak the wording to it. Right now it's currently discount coach, a hobby coach, and a business builder coach. I was giving this some thought this weekend, and I like the sound of a customer coach versus a discount coach. So that's just something that, like, it kind of sounds, a discount coach, I don't know, almost seems like can be read as cheap. I don't want someone to feel like they're cheap. Like, you're a customer coach. You're someone who's still a customer who loves buying purchases and you want the discount. I don't know. I really want to start, and I'm going to have a slide talking to people about becoming a customer coach for the discount. I know it's semantics, but I like it. And then another word for a hobby coach is I like fitness coach. I like someone who wants to become a fitness coach. Someone who is passionate about their own personal journey, about their own personal fitness, and wants to add people to an existing challenge group, whether it's they're running it or it's their sponsored coaches running it. I mean, a hobby coach is good. Again, I just like the sound of that fitness coach, because then you're letting people know right there what they're looking for. And the last one versus the business builder coach, and again, it's semantics in terms of names, but I like the all-in coach and really laying it out about like what it is to be an all-in coach. And being on these weekly calls is part of being that all-in coach. So those are just some things that I really like, because when I'm talking to people, especially like my customer base, I found that those have been a little bit more receptive about being a customer coach, because again, most people who become discount coaches remain as customers. Doesn't mean they're ever going to change over, but I don't know. I like that name. I feel like it fits our team. So those are things that you're going to see me start utilizing in the webinar, in my language, when describing coaches. And if someone has a better name for all-in coach too, I mean, I'm not married to that one as much as I am the fitness coach and the customer coach name. Again, these are just names. We're all coaches, but I think when helping a customer decide where they want to start, because again, they're all starting in terms of money. It's not like there's a bigger buy-in if you're going to be a business builder coach. Like, I know some network marketing companies that are our competitors, you know, you buy in for either like, you know, $240 or you're buying for the big grand of like $1,000 or $2,000 because there's an inventory to purchase. There's no inventory to purchase with Beachbody other than your own personal orders. And that's the last thing I just kind of remembered. I don't feel like I hit on that enough last night about like, what do you need to do to become a coach? You know, what do you need to do to become a coach? But again, what you need to do to maintain coaching, right? And like, I didn't talk about, I think about active status at all. I'm just kind of taking notes as I'm talking out loud. Because again, like I was talking with my, I have a weekly call with Denise Needham, who's the former head of sales and training at Beachbody, and I was talking about using this corporate webinar, and Beachbody just sometimes creates things without really having coaches use them first. Coaches will just kind of look at it and be like, oh yeah, that looks cool, but then they never really use them themselves. So I'm making notes about like what I really think that, you know, the coach, the presentation could be enhanced by. And those are just a couple notes that I took away that I want to add. And I know last night's presentation, because it was my first one, went over 30 minutes. My goal is to get this under 30 minutes to where people are getting their information. And the other thing that I did like that Brian used, when you get on there, you can rewind it to the beginning. So even if you get on at 9:15, you can start the presentation from the beginning. So you're never really missing anything. Or versus like, I know like if you got on Doug Fitzgerald's late, you're late and you can't really wait until you have to wait for the recording to come out. So pros and cons to everything, but that's kind of like what I wanted to update you all on about where I envisioning where we're going with recruiting. And again, this is what I want to hear back from you in terms of feedback. I want to know, did you have a prospect on, right? What'd they like? Fitness, money, both. What questions did they have, right? And I know what I'm going forward. So when someone is watching, I can't see who is actually watching me. I can just see the number of views. At the beginning, I'm gonna ask people in the Q&A part just to type their name so I know who they are, so I can, you know, acknowledge them for being on the call, being on the webinar. Yeah, so that's kind of what I have for tonight's call in terms of the presentation and what I found it worked really well and what didn't work and what I want to, you know, add to enhance it. What I'm gonna open up now. Q&A. What do you guys want to talk about? Is there something specific you want to talk about? Do you have questions about the webinar that hosted last night, or anything? Q&A time. Nothing? All right. So I'm going to try to get on the same page as Regina, and hopefully next week we'll do a Team Push It, Team Vision joint call. Our goal is to really do one a month, so we can, again, collaborate, hear from different people's successes, struggles, from different teams, different, just get together once a month. I think that's really valuable. I know our first one last month was received really well and went over really well. So hopefully that will either be, I'm hoping for next Thursday is where we can do and make it for next Thursday. It's going to have to be next Thursday because we have our webinar, or I'm just going to jump off. Anyways, anything before I leave, before we end this recording for tonight and I throw it up on YouTube? Questions, comments, concerns? We're good to go? Awesome. So continue to, if you have a coach in Coach Basics, continue to check in with them. Continue to check in with them at least once a week, if not every day. Encourage your coach who is in Coach Basics to be checking in with you every day. Let them, tell them what, just like Heather's coach is letting her know what she's learning and what she's loving from the Coach Basics. Because again, all that does is continue to reinforce and enhance our experience as coaches in Coach Basics. And then also encourage your new coaches to carve out some time every week and join us on these calls, because we want to meet them and they want to meet us. And the last thing I'm going to say about Coach Basics before ending, to help enhance the experience of new coaches, I want to do a Zoom call with all the sponsor coaches and all the new coaches who are participating on Sunday night. I'm just going to open it up in like a free form. I'm going to be on from 9 until roughly 10 o'clock. So I'm like that whole hour, I'm going to let new coaches kind of filter in. No really starting point. And just have a conversation with them and like question and answer. So if you're a sponsor coach and you have coaches in there, let them know that this is upcoming. I'm going to create an event for this tomorrow. It's something new that I'm doing. I think it's really important that not only myself gets to know your coaches, but also that they get to know each other. Because again, I would be remiss and lying if I didn't say that being on face-to-face with all of you on these Zoom calls does not help. I mean, it helps to build our relationship, it helps to build our bond, and it helps to build us as a team. So it's really important when we get new coaches, letting them know that they're not alone, that these are other new real people on the same call together, face-to-face, talking to each other, sharing their excitement, sharing their passion, sharing what's working, sharing what's not working, and getting their questions answered, not just by me, but by you guys, right? Because you all have value and experience to add to a new coach's life, and I want to make sure that that is available to our new coaches. So that's going to be Sunday night at 9 o'clock from roughly 9 to 10. Yeah, that's it. Love all of you. Appreciate every single one of you. I value everyone for being on this call. Thank you for sharing your time with me tonight. I look forward to catching you guys back on Facebook and in our challenge groups. Bye, everybody.